Kevin has already spoken to us so wonderfully today about the debt we owe the saints that come before us, and how in so many ways they have set the path that we may follow, and that we are witnesses to what they have done and continuing their work. I know that I've talked to many of you in the past about our ministry partners, and I know what it's like to be in their shoes. I know what it's like to be in a strange country with only a tenuous grasp of the language and no access to the kind of resources that would get you a place to worship. But how important it is to find a place that allows you to worship in your native language and to raise your children in the faith that you adhere to. And we have been fortunate that in so many of the places that my family has been, that because of the generosity of the saints that came before, we were able to find a place to worship. When we were in Korea, the local Anglican cathedral supported the small English-speaking congregation and allowed them to use the crypt chapel on Sunday mornings in recognition of their historic ties to the missionaries who had founded the Anglican faith in Korea. And in case we ever needed some inspiration, many of those old missionaries were actually buried in the center aisle of the crypt. In Kiev, there was a German Lutheran church, which was a historic minority in that Orthodox country, which allowed our small Church of England congregation to use their building, which was a good thing because the Orthodox have certain opinions about the Protestants. And one other thing the Orthodox don't believe in is pews, so the Lutheran Church presented a much more welcome environment for us. Finally, in Pakistan, a country which was founded as a Muslim homeland during the partition in 1947, the government provided us a small church and also provided the military that protected it from those that didn't share the idea of religious pluralism. And that fulfilled a commitment to the country's founder that Pakistan would be a country that welcomed all faiths. Certainly, none of those 19th or 20th century forebears ever conceived that their actions would help an American expat in the 21st century. And now we are here, part of that chain. We are the saints who are going to be setting the path for the generations coming after us. We don't always know where it goes. We don't know what we're doing for the many people that use our building, but certainly out of the hundreds that have been here and been part of our building and our space, we are the forebearers and the saints for their future. Our campaign this year is Sharing the Kingdom, and sharing the kingdom, as Father Kevin has just said, is more than just sharing the physical space. It means, as the pledge letter said, that we are all witnesses of this new kingdom of love and justice and worship. And during the stewardship campaign, it means that we step up and say that continuing that legacy means something to us as well. And that's where this card comes in. This card is where you tell us how you want to be part of that connection with the saints. I'd like to think that the back of the card is where you help us see your vision for the church. And then the front is where you make it happen. Just like we need the ministry partners and the St. John's congregation, we need both the vision and the money. So when you fill that in, think of where you want to be in that long line of saints and how you may want to be part of that. You may not know who that may impact 100 years from now, but we are all part of that vision. I know we live in challenging times. I don't need to tell anybody that. There's a lot we can't change that's going on in the world around us. But we can make sure that our little part of that world reflects that vision of God's kingdom. And I hope you'll join me in that. Thank you.